Praise the Lord. As we ponder upon the Gospel passage of St. Luke, chapter 2, verses 8 to 20, we see the shepherds as the prominent characters come into the scene here. According to Luke's Gospel, the angelic annunciation of the birth of the promised Messiah was not come to important dignitaries or kings, but to shepherds tending their flocks in the middle of the night. The recipients of the message were certainly important to God's plan. We can imagine then the somber conditions in which angelic light blazed to life with a message not heard since the days of Isaiah the prophet, that the promised Messiah had finally been born. Although we know very little about these shepherds, since they lived most of the year outside, their isolation in the fields and the necessity of their constant attention to the sheep made impossible the observance of the religious practices in its fullness. Yet, God saw the shepherds as a group who would be honest messengers of the birth of His beloved Son. In their time, shepherds were known as people who were honest and straightforward. Their words did not mean authority, but meant truth. Thus, the unbounded joy of the heavens was seen by the shepherds. As they faithfully kept watch over their flock, angels suddenly appeared to inform that the promised Messiah has been born in Bethlehem. And the message that the shepherds heard moved them at once to respond. The shepherds went to Bethlehem to visit Jesus and became eyewitnesses to this great mystery. Then they made widely known what they had been told concerning Him. Finally, the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things they had seen and heard. The shepherds in the Nativity can be considered the first evangelists who proclaimed the good news about Jesus to those around them. Aren't we glad that someone in the providence and sovereignty of God made it possible for our forefathers to hear the story of Jesus first proclaimed by the shepherds of Christmas? Every human person in the world has the right to receive the good news of salvation. Jesus offers the love and compassion of the Father to all creation. It is privileged mandate of all baptized Christians to share that message to everyone. Taking upon us this great directive of the Almighty, let us become the messengers of the good news in today's scenario. The gloomy, confused, and hopeless life situations of people today due to this pandemic disease really call for the message of hope and joy of Jesus' birth. May this season of Advent enable each one of us to have a deep encounter with the Lord and thus feel challenged to share it with the brothers and sisters who are around us. Let this be our celebration and worship of Christ during this Christmas of 2020.